Hey, what's going on, guys? It is Gamerman here, and welcome back to another episode of Railroader. We are teamed up with Flying Scotsman. As you saw in the last episode, Flying Scotsman is temporarily visiting the railroad and is helping us carry our local passenger train while we find a suitable locomotive to help us Basically, he's here to help us out, and I am very, very, very appreciative that we've got the wonderful gift of Flying Scotsman. But today, we need to be focusing on a couple of things. We need to be focusing on number one, and we need to be focusing on every other engine on the railroad. So, here's the addendum. We have absolutely nothing left to do when it comes to regular work, but we have a lot of stuff that can get done with everything else. The 260 has been contributing heavily to helping us out. Like, honestly, having it around, if it continues to perform well, we will have a new engine to work the passenger trains. Theoretically, the 12 and 10, I believe, are actively waiting on Scotsman. You are not. You are able to pass. So the 10 could maybe pass. Clicky. Oh yeah, 10 can pass. 10 will be fine. When does Scotsman take off? Oh, yeah, no. You've got plenty of time. The 12... is gonna have to wait on the 4 to get the work done that it needs to down here, because we've got to get that train car out and over, and then we can load up the rest of the well, yeah, of course there's a stop signal, Scotsman. We've got a train coming through. You know how signals work. At least I'm certain that you do. Okay. So, this is 10's first introduction to Scotsman. And I think this is going to be 4's first introduction to Flying Scotsman, too. Not for certain on that one. Yes, there's a stop signal. You keep telling us that, and we know, bud. It's probably the AI more than it is just Scotsman being Scotsman. You have a lot of passengers. Alright, so my cousin was on a walk with his family and just scared the piss out of me by knocking on the window like that. But we are still very desperately trying to get the rest of this work done. I'm thinking that provided we get it done in time, right? Flying Scotsman could be the first steam engine to Nantahala, but addendum, I don't really want I don't know if I want Flying Scotsman to be the first engine. I have to decide that, obviously, because it is the railroad, and I am the head of the railroad. But we need to... Actually, it would be tactically advantageous of us to also send the 12 to this way. To this way. So we'll just bring 12. I figured out that that switch is about midpoint. But it's only taking the tannery stuff. Because then the 12 has to whip around and, well, basically figure out what we're going to do. So, yeah, everything is revolving right now around the fact that Flying Scotsman is now doing the work of the passenger train, which frees up a total of 1 locomotive for us to be able to pretty much do anything with. I've also been testing Flying Scotsman, and by testing I mean I did research and found out how efficient Flying Scotsman is. Flying Scotsman can run from Silva to Andrews on 1 tender of fuel. That's 8 tons and 5,000 gallons of water. Pretty far distance for that thing to go on 1 tank. But you know what? It works. Okay. So what we're gonna do with the 4 is have a split off. Stop of Dillsborough East. Yeah, you're gonna ignore that. I also am thinking about maybe importing, because Scotsman came with passenger cars at least to the US, but here he came by himself. So I'm wondering, should I import passenger cars that Scotsman would carry? Might be not a bad idea. We'll have to work on that. I need to see where the rest of my work lies. Import stuff there. Ah, yes. 260 with the extended tender. Don't know why I have all of these lumber cars. Hardly have that much lumber that needs to be moved with such a railroad. But you know what? That's okay. All right. Locust pin. Put that over there. Ignore the stop signal. Let's see. What do we do? Because these cars hold 60 people. The Palace only holds 50. I don't know. We're going to have to work on that. Figure out a solution. Because my plan is to have one passenger train run one way and the other run the other way, instead of having to turn the train around. I have a crazy timetable. If you've seen Stream, you will know that I have this insane timetable that exists. Now this is just this is the teeny timetable, but if I had the whole railroad, it would be very, very chaotic. Because there's like there's like 4 passenger trains, there's all kinds of stuff. But I'm planning on building a completely separate timetable just for this railroad. Did the fools make it to silver yet? Actually, you know what I can do? Hang on. 4, do me a favor. You have the time and the ability to. Just go here. Grab that while you're at it. We're not having any other trains to run this way until later in the day. So leaving that car there, granted, it is very, very, very against the rules of the FRA. We will get backslapped if we do that in the real world, because that's leaving a car on the main untied down. So big no, never do this. This is wrong. But for the sake of the railroad, it's okay. God, just look how beautiful Scotsman is. I was talking with a friend of mine, GWR629, quick shout out here because he's freaking awesome. They need to improve this a little, the model of Scotsman, but oh my God, it's beautiful. Slight fourth wall break, but oh my God, it's beautiful. Anywho, did everybody get where they're supposed to go? 12 did. Now who's supposed to go where? You're supposed to go there, and you're supposed to go there. Perfect. 12 is already in position to make this happen. So you know what? We'll just make 12 do it. And when it's all said and done, the 4 can just come and collect the, well, actually, yeah, I mean, if the 4 is coming all the way down here to grab this car here, it can also just grab that car too. So, you know, plus sides all around, right? Good. 10. You're finished with your lovely task. We love you. Let us just calmly and collectively, where is 12? 12 is over there. Let us send you home for now. That's a good idea. Scooch in here. I think the 10 needs overhauled. At some point. Not at the active moment, but at some point it will. And when it gets back, it's going to need fuel and water anyway. Now, 12. Okay, you're going up and around. And 4 has just arrived. Poor 7. Like, we just don't have a job for the little bitty 7. And I can't bring myself to send it to Scrapella, because, like, it's in very good condition. But we are kind of waiting for the Alarka branch line to open up so we can get it. So, because that's going to be carrying the Alarka branch. No doubt about it. Gently, Smokey Joe. Hooray, hooroo, hurrah. Are you far enough out of the way for 10 to move through? I don't think so. Because that sounds a lot like 10 blitzing down the track. That is 10 blitzing down the track. You might have time to get over here. Here, you know what I'll do? I will take 10 and force 10 to hide in here for a second. And I will manually grab the 12. There's the money. Let's just also send the 12 over there. Did Scotsman leave? Dang it, I missed Scotsman leaving. Where are you? There you are. Almost a full rake of people. Not bad, Scotsman. People on this train are probably like, what the heck is this thing? Because they didn't see it come in. It came in at night. It came sneakily into the night. Anyway, yeah, no. Hopefully we get everything finished, said, and done, and taken care of. I'm gunning for midday? You just need to back up a little more. Little further. Okay, stop. All right, we are now going to turn the 12 around using the Y. And we're going to send 10 home. Because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send the 4 back to Dillsboro once it couples up to these two cars. The 12 is going to run around, grab these two, and the 4 is going to do the yard work in Dillsboro. In theory, should all work out. As long as none of these cars have air in them. Good. So we're going to detach there, reattach here, detach 4, send the 4 to go fetch all of this stuff. Boom. Efficiency. Kinda. But efficiency nonetheless. So it's got to pick up stuff there. Okay, we gotta go grab some things out of the oil area. That's gotta get grabbed. La 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 la. Boom boom. Grab. No one can handle that. We can send the 12 to also pick up all the grain, but I'm gonna wait. Well, what I can do is have it come pick this up, grab the caboose, and leave. And then we can send the caboose back down. It's not a bad strat. The 3 is still waiting. The 30 and the 9 are... No, that's... Is that the 9 or is that the 6? Who the heck is up here? The 6. It was upside down. So the 6 is up here now. Because I have nowhere else for it to go. There's the 3. What? Oh. Oops. I thought the 5 was just sitting up here holding on to Robinson Coal Gap stuff. And I was like, how dare you? You're supposed to be getting your work done. And then it's like, oh, wait, no. Its work is done. It just carried the stuff down. That's why we have so much money. Send you, I guess, here. 12 has arrived at waypoint. Yay! Which means now I can make the 12 come all the way down to here. Also, I did find out where I can get a mod for another guest star that we might bring in at some point. Haven't fully decided yet. But we'll see. We'll see if we want that guest. That one is... It's going to be unique if I bring that one along. And I'm going to probably wait till the Alarka branch is done before I bring that one along. I do love this blue. In terms of, like, color. Stop signal. You don't need to worry about a stop signal. You're fine. See what I mean? Wait a hot second. You're not even supposed to be going there. You're supposed to be going here first. Anywho's, I'm trying to figure out what else to do. Wait, isn't it like October when this comes out? Almost certain it's October when this comes out. Okay, we've got the battleship gone here, so we'll have plenty of coal for this little dude. But, Zug. Forgot what I named it for a little bit there. Stop! Hard stop, hard stop, hard stop. You don't need coal right now, but you do need water. So let's pull you up to the plug and get you some water. I was contemplating which engine to have, like, come visit us. I was tempted to bring an engine from my private railroad. I was really, really tempted on that one. But I thought against it because I was just like, maybe not. So the one can set the car right here because you'll be out of the way. More like here. 4 is holding at a stop signal. You shouldn't be. I mean, actually, technically, yes, you should be, but at the same time, no. Okay. So now we're going to focus on 4, and we're going to focus on 12. 12. Clip. The clip. Go up. I almost went too far. To here. Acquire car. Gently, 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 gently. Perfect. We've only had a few derailments this series, and I've managed to basically work around all of them. So... would that be cheating that I've been trying to do that, or... I don't know. How many repair parts do we even have here? Probably not enough to overhaul the 2, or the 10. But it would be nice. How long would it take for you to have a full overhaul? 3 days? How many repair parts would that take? Like, I really need to know. Actually, if we put one dude on there, technically we could finally give the love that the 10 needs. It would be very good that it does get that love. There's a fly in here. Anyway. Gently. 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 Perfect. I don't think it could have been any more gentle. And then you come grab these. All right, the uno mas. Detouche. Skadoosh. Where is 12? Not even close. We don't have to worry about the 12 for at least another 10 minutes. Okay. I gotta take my headphones off for just a second, scratch my head. Put them back on. You don't need these anymore because you're just doing yard work. I forget, what tender is this? The T22 tender. So in reality, we could switch this tender out, give it to the T22 that's being rebuilt, take the tender off the T22 that's being rebuilt, G25 tender. Hang on, what the heck does the G25 look like? Oh, it's that tender. Oh.
Your grandmother is attempting to...
That was my grandmother calling me in mid-recording, and you know what? That's all right. Pardon me. I'm at least recording this one, and I might record a second one. Day really depends on scheduling, because I do have my Spooky Sunday to catch up on. Why couldn't they have mounted the bell right here, but the ringer on the other side, so it's not just this protruding bell here that has an air ringer on it? It's got the string, but it's got the... I don't know. Which way are you going? That way. Now what about up here? You're going the long way. That is all right. So, one is technically done with its task. It just needs to grab this car and bring it down to the Whittier yard. Flying Scotsman, what are you doing? Rescuing the Scotsman. Not something I thought I'd have to do today. Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Come on. This switch was not thrown. Did you throw this? That's a mess up. But that's on my fault, not Scotsman's fault. Speaking of which, he has 2 minutes to get there, stop, drop people off, and then leave. He's gonna have to really pick up his pace. La 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 la. Attach. 12. You've successfully gotten those. It's time for you to follow Flying Scott and come collect these. Nobody cares about the stop signal. They're basically there for show at this rate. Done and dusted. And extra money in the bank to boot. You can just politely hang out there for now. How are you doing fuel and water wise? Not terrible. Scotsman. What are you doing? Okay, good. You did drop people off. And you picked everyone up. Good. Okay. And now you leave on time. Excellent. You are well behaved. Unlike most engines I know, you are well behaved. Is that? Wait, whoa, 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 whoa. No, he just has big wheels. Okay. So its next stop will be Whittier. Yeah. And Scotsman gets to really fly across this section of track. So that's good. That's good for the Scott. It's just, what do we do next? Because we're waiting on the 12. The one is doing its work. 260 might, I don't know if I'm keeping 260. 260 is probably the first engine that is up for death, if that makes sense. Because I love the Atlantic. I do. I just, you know? I don't know. Do you guys want us to keep 260 or not? Let me know in the comments down below. What do we do? Approach on Thomas Valley. Clear on Thomas Valley. Oh, that was because of the one. You guys technically got to see Scotsman the first time he came through. It was late, but you came through. Yard work doesn't need marker lights or class lights. Careful. Steady. Nailed. Now always dump the air. Ten's at waypoint, 5's at waypoint. You're gonna block the main. But is it gonna cause an issue? Probably. Stop. Cease and desist your actions. That is a screaming Scott. And we are not going to get in his way. Yeah, no. That could have spelt disaster. We need to keep Flying Scotsman's reputation high by keeping it on its timetable. Which makes me realize that I parked those train cars where they weren't supposed to be. But that's my stupidity coming out. Are you even clocking track speed? No. You should have been blitzing down this way. Ah, but you're picking it back up pretty quick. You're picking it back up. Hang on, wait. Thumbnail shot, thumbnail shot, thumbnail shot. Got ya. I'm gonna take a look at that real quick. Yeah, no, that's a thumbnail shot. All right. Now the one can go to the sheds. We're not risking wrecking Scotsman here. Because if we derail it, like, if it gets damaged, it leaves. Like, of course, we can fix it and all due to wear and tear. But we are, if we wreck it, we're this priceless locomotive here. Okay, what else can we do? It's mostly just standard yard work at the moment. Where's 12? Almost to Wilmot. So really, Scotsman is the only regular train we're having. I could schedule another interchange. That wouldn't kill us. 85 passengers. Get rid of the Whittier passengers. There might be enough space. Maybe. Still on time though, so you know, kudos for him for being still on time. One of the things I'm looking into is these auxiliary water tenders. Just for like the sake of a passenger engine, maybe getting one of these auxiliary water tenders. Not one of these big ones though. I'm trialing the big ones right now and I don't know how I feel about them. Like I really don't know how I feel. Come on, 12. Why did 12 go that? Whoa. Why did you go the long way? Like you actively took the long way. You went around this extra track. Why? That was entirely unnecessary. I'm almost certain though that 12 is going to need the help of 30 to get the grain out. How's your fuel and water doing? You could use some water. You'll pick that up in Whittier though. Log train can just... I don't know, you can sit over here for now. And all you're doing is going whoop. You're doing a really odd curveball. Let's see. What to do. Till something interesting happens? Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Okay, so moderate update. The 12 has somehow, without any warning whatsoever, caught up with Flying Scotsman. And that's kind of a moderate issue. We'll label this as issue A, because he's all the way back here. 12 is all the way back here. And considering we don't have anything else going on, we're gonna stop 12 because it's heading for the grain elevator right here. And oh god dang it, I just realized. Yeah, I should probably... Yes. This is the right plan. This is the right plan. This is a good plan. We're going to just bring you all the way up here because I'm lazy. Lazy. Your waypoint is still the same though. Turning off you cutting on and cutting in with the only engine. Yeah, well, you should have thought of that. Me. Well, we haven't left anyone behind yet, so that's at least a plus. Okay, so it's time to start talking about the addendum. Stretching because I need it! Exclamation of approval! Anyway, moving on. How do we fix our bottleneck issue? That's our problem right now, is we have a bottleneck because this whole railroad is practically single track. There's very few places where it's double tracked. This one section, this one area here is a bottleneck. Okay, this problem, there's no passing track in this little itty bitty area. We need solution to problem. There are two solutions. Number one is I get a mod that puts a train track from here to here that's double tracked. That seems like a lot of effort, and I don't want to go digging. Option two, we reschedule where the freaking 12 is, and we fix the passenger train. That seems like a wise option. Option number three is we get the stupid mod that has a train track that goes from Silver all the way to Andrews. That one seems a little far-fetched, so we're not going to do that. But maybe the solution... Wait, now hold on a minute. I just realized I was about to say the solution would be to get the interchange at Dillsboro. But you have Silva here. Why wouldn't you just use that one? It's okay. I'm really just, oh God. Scotsman! You're supposed to be the second fastest steam engine in the world. Why are you just sitting here? I just, anyway. So, the passenger train is causing a bottleneck. And it has nothing to do with Flying Scotsman. It has everything to do with my scheduling. I also just realized that this one car is shiny and none of the other cars are shiny. How unshiny are you? It would take 4 hours to fix you. It would take 3 hours to fix you. 3 hours. 3 hours. 2 hours. Okay. 1 hour. 59 minutes. Okay, so maybe when this passenger journey is over, I take the passenger rake and send it to Bryson to get serviced. That would not be a bad idea. Because if it only takes a few hours to get all of that serviced, doing the math, we should have the repair parts to make that happen. Should have the repair parts to make it happen. But it's a matter of scheduling the repairs. Because we have to first take the train all the way up to Alarka Junction. Then we have to go from Alarka Junction, turn around, and then run all the way back to Silva, because that's how the passenger train works. Then take the cars from Silva all the way back to Bryson and split them up here. Or put one cut here, one cut in here. Do you even have any more people to pick the heck up? Like anybody? No. When's your departure time from Whittier? Or Ella? 9:20. I think I need to change this to Dillsboro. You only need really 6. 3 minutes to get there. This is plus 10 minutes. This is plus 14. So what if I do that? Have all of these set to 10. The error of margin drops. So you arrive now at 9:10, and you depart at 10 o'clock. So then 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. Apply timetable. That way the trains are moving in 10-minute increments instead of... That way it's more efficient. Plus, you've got a full rake of people anyway. So you wouldn't be able to put any more people on that train anyway. Which is why I'm thinking about upgrading to the Oscar Bradleys. And then eventually when we get the coast to coast, or we're going to call it the point to point express, we're going to go, we're going to go from Silva, stop at Bryson for a fuel stop, Nantahala to pick up a helper, Andrews. And then turn it around and have it do the same thing. We're going to have an express that does that at least. I just feel like that will shorten the timetable. And it'll make the train run faster. Where did we get 10 grand from? Ella, that's where we got it from. It pushed us over. Okay. God, I love that A4 chime. I don't know why I like the A4. I love the deep throaty American-like whistles like this one. Because if we go here, I love these whistles. But I have no idea why that A3 chime just hums through so beautifully. Okay. We need to get you to here. How do you plan on doing that? Down, up, over. Okay, because we need you out of the way of Scotsman. Could you hurry the fluff up and build faster? I don't know if we have the no, we don't. We don't have the money to expedite this build. Do we have the money to expedite this build? How much would it cost to have 5 people do it? 6 hours. Because the tender's finished. Well, let's get this done. I can sacrifice a little bit of money. What are we going to do with the poor 4? 4. Or not 4. 3. What do we do with 3? Three doesn't have anything it can do. Rat-a-tat-a-tooey. How do we make this work? How many people are here? 47. What's our time looking like? About 9:17. About 9:18. Oh, we want that switch thrown. I just saw that. That could have spelt disaster. Oh, I'm glad I saw that. Wouldn't want Flying Scotsman to just go weep right into there. Speaking of which, here he comes. He's moving very fast. Like, ridiculously fast. How? You're already here. What are you clocking? Track speed my ass. What were you doing? There is no way in hell you were clocking track speed. Or are you just that crazy? Okay. Yes, you have the diverging approach. Just keep moving. We'll get the 30 to you, and the 2 of you can help drag this massive train up the grade. I hear Scotsman. I see Scotsman. Really, right now, Flying Scotsman's the only named train on the entire railroad that's, like, visited us with a name. Because all the others we've given names to. I wonder. Okay. Scotsman has arrived. Which means I can send $30 on its way. We needed a high-speed passenger train just to take care of the passenger work. So what I'm gonna do is, when Scotsman finishes its run, and we get the westbound interchange train finished, we are then going to end the episode. And I will do the rest of the work off camera. What are you screaming at, Scotsman? I hear you. Oh, you're going over the crossing. Okay, fair enough. You've arrived at Bryson. Drop as many people off as you possibly can. When Scotsman finishes its run up to Alarka, I'll get it turned around. Then we will I will off camera rebuild these passenger cars. I'll get them serviced. Hopefully by the time we're done, our new engine will be done. And we'll get it ready to go. Because it's going to help with the rest of the paperboard, which is something we desperately need to finish. We need to get the paperboard started. So that we can get more monies. And when we get more monies, why did you not attach? There. Okay, yeah, 1,000 ton train. You're gonna need the help. Okay, I'm gonna cut till Flying Scotsman's done with their tasks, or until something interesting happens. All right, so Flying Scotsman is coming to its close. We are getting to the point where it's going to be able to turn around, finish its tasks. The 12 and the 30 are just about done hauling the last of the interchange. I'm trying to make this episode as short as possible because, frankly, I have a lot more to do. But we are going to at least watch Flying Scotsman come into the station, stay here for a bit. Because, like, you know, special guest stars aren't going to be around on this railroad very much. I think there's maybe one more guest appearance that I have planned for the railroad. But if you guys can think of any other rare locomotives or special locomotives you want to see maybe come and visit, please tell me. I'm just going to casually chalk this switch up here real quick just so that we're prepped for the turnaround. Just gracefully pulling in. You going to come to a stop? Looks like it. There we go. All right, so Scotsman's done with its journey. The others are getting finished. But yeah, let me know what you guys want to see for the next couple of episodes. This one's probably going up in October, so I'm kind of stoked to see where this goes and what happens. I'm going to try and get this edited and done by the end of the day. Hopefully, maybe, I don't know. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, hit the like button down below, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the notification button, become part of the Gamer Team. Check out W Energy. Support my channel. You guys are awesome for supporting me through that endeavor. It's freaking beautiful, and I love you. And with that being said, yeah, we'll catch you in the next one.